How's it going, everybody? Jay right here. Today we're going to review a fancy phone, so I figured I would dress fancy also. This is the review of the LeEco Le Pro 3.
For a quick line of specs on this phone, it's running the LeEco EUI on top of Android 6.0 Marshmallow. It has a 5.5-inch Full HD screen at 1080p, has 403 pixels per inch, Gorilla Glass 3, and it does come with a tempered glass screen protector already installed when you get the phone, as well as a clear case. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigabytes of onboard storage. The phone has a 4070 milliamp hour battery with Quick Charge 3.0, a 16 megapixel rear shooter, does not have any OIS, and it does shoot in 4K. It also has a 8 megapixel front-facing selfie camera for all of you Snapchat junkies out there. The phone does not have a headphone jack, but it does come with a Type-C to 3.5 millimeter adapter to where you can plug in regular headphones. The phone does have NFC, has a fingerprint sensor, which is very, very good. Not quite fast, but does the job. It's made out of aluminum, has 177 grams in weight. It is unlocked for any GSM carrier worldwide, so you can use it on AT&T, T-Mobile, things like that. The phone does not work for CDMA carriers, kind of like Verizon, Sprint, Boost Mobile, things like that. So if you do have a CDMA carrier, you're not going to be able to use this phone.
I'm not really talking to anyone.
Now for the camera samples, you can get a feel for how the video runs and also the quality of pictures that this phone takes. So enjoy those.
Alright, now let's talk about build quality. You have an all-metal build, you have a small protruding camera bump on the back, the mirrored fingerprint sensor, which is very nice. I would say out of the cumulative 2 weeks I've been using this phone, it misread maybe about 5 times at the most. So very reliable fingerprint sensor. It's not the best, the fastest that's on the market, but it more than likely will suffice for you. You have volume up and down rocker and power button, which unfortunately the power button is not rich like a lot of phones are. It makes it a little easier to find it in the dark. Around the bottom you have a bottom facing speaker and a microphone. You also have a speaker in the earpiece, which does give you stereo sound. Now you have an IR blaster at the top, ambient light sensor, and your front facing camera. All in all, very nice build. I actually think it's quite elegant. You know, it's gold and very shiny. Definitely looks very nice. So you can't go wrong on build quality with this phone. Now speaking about the camera, this is where the price is going to show through as to the quality. It's got a 16 megapixel shooter on the back, 8 megapixel shooter on the front. Problem with this 16 megapixel shooter, there's no OIS. So if you're taking pictures in low light, or you're taking moving videos, or you just have shaky hands, you're not going to get the best quality picture. If you get enough light with this sensor, it will take very good photos, fantastic photos. But if conditions aren't absolutely perfect, you're not going to get the best shots. So if you're getting a phone strictly for the camera, unfortunately, this one is not for you. Now on to battery life. This phone has a 4070 milliamp hour battery in it. If you compare them to other phones in its class, they come with about between 32 and 3500 milliamp hours. So this phone will last anybody an entire day. Using this heavily, you know, YouTube, games here and there, scrolling Facebook on ESPN, just surfing the net, I couldn't kill this phone in one day. I would get home and I would have probably 30%, and this is after midnight, still got 30% battery. So this is a total win for the battery on this phone. I will almost guarantee you cannot kill this in one day unless you're sitting there running benchmarks over and over and over until you finally kill it. Also, for charging, because it is such a large cell, it takes quite a while to charge. I was charging it at 5%, and then after about an hour and a half, I would have like 80%. So less than 2 hours, you can go from 0 to 100. But that's still longer than the competition, solely because it has a bigger cell in it. But totally worth it. It has fast charging 3.0, so it will charge semi-fast, even being a very large cell. And battery life lasts long enough to where people that aren't power users or don't even use it all that often can easily go 2 days on a charge with this phone. So the battery in here and the battery life is absolutely great. So even for having top of the line specs, Snapdragon 821, Adreno 530, things like that, people want to know how the phone runs in everyday usage. This phone is absolutely perfect. Buttery smooth. Everything is smooth. You're not going to have any problems. You're not going to have any hiccups, any glitches. Everything just runs. That's it. Not to it. It just runs. It works. So you're not going to have any problems with this phone. Startup, when you first boot the phone, it's a little on the longer side, but besides that, you're not going to have any problems with this phone. It's going to run anything you throw at it, and it's going to run it well. Now for the price of this phone. This is where this phone picks up the biggest W in this entire video. This phone, off contract, you can get it during their flash sale. You can get it for $300. Now, you're not finding this in the stores or anything. This is sold directly from LeEco's website. Their retail website is lemall.com. Flash sales, $300. I bought this at full price for $400. And even at $400, this phone is an absolute steal. Very good for the price, and for what you're getting for that price, you can't go wrong. Alright guys, that has been my review of the LeEco Le Pro 3. If you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you can see me in more videos. See you guys in the next one.